So stop trying to build a Facebook ad agency, an AI automation agency, an IPGA, a growth partner agency, a Google Ads agency, a TikTok agency, a sales agency, or whatever is floating out there these days. Because these won't do what you think they're gonna do, and they're not gonna help you scale faster. They're simply fluff terms that were developed in order to sell you a particular model. And I'm going to be telling you why I think that is, because I don't want you to waste any more time watching a new business model that you think will make you a lot of money, right? And then going into that model, realizing it's not really the right model, or it's just been sold to you. And then you're going back to stage one, watching YouTube videos and trying to find the next big thing. In today's video, I actually want to show you what you should be doing instead, right? Instead of chasing the new gold, instead of chasing the new business model, an IPGA, growth partner agency, AI automations agency, whatever there is out there these days, I want to scrap all that fluff and basically sit down with you and give you the exact approach that you should take when it comes to providing a service in exchange for some money. Because honestly, none of it really matters. It doesn't matter what it is you do or what your agency provides as a service. In this day and age, there's going to be other people that are doing the exact same thing as you. So it's really, really hard to find a blue ocean offer. And this is a mistake I see a lot of people do, is that they see a new service type or a new model come out and they think it's the blue ocean, and if you go into that model, you're going to make a lot more money. But that's just not the case, right? There's going to be thousands and thousands of other people just doing the same thing as you are, such as running Facebook ads for e-commerce brands. I'm not going to tell you all of this to try and discourage you to the point where you go and start a dropshipping store. But what I want to actually do today is wake you up and show you how to actually position your services, no matter what it is you do, Facebook ads, Google ads, anything out there, and have your clients line up to work with you. And if you actually take the time out of your day to watch this video all the way to the end and really understand what I'm trying to say here when it comes to positioning your service, you're going to come across as different and novel compared to thousands and thousands of other people that are doing the same thing as you are. Because you got to understand, there's going to be a lot of people offering the same thing to your prospects over and over and over again. So after this video, I want you to come out as some sort of savior. Wow. And give your prospects what it is they truly want. Because if you do that and you give people what it is they truly want, then in exchange, they're going to give you a lot of money. So I repositioned my service countless of times when I started off my marketing agency, selling paid advertising as my service, because I understood that if I come across as selling Facebook ads to e-com brands or home improvement businesses, I would just simply have no leverage against thousands of other agencies out there. So I took the time to really sit down and think my service through and to see how can I reposition it to be something different while still sort of doing the same thing. So watch to the end to understand my thinking process. And if not, then have fun trying to sell Facebook ads these days. So there's a huge misconception that goes around in the SMMA space or the B2B space, where people think that one service, is better than the other, right? Or one niche is better than the other. Truthfully, this is all a bunch of nonsense, and I'm going to tell you why that is in a second. So let's define an agency, right? Let's define an SMMA or a online service provider. What you're simply doing, right, is providing a service. That service solves particular problems, right? Whether it's a money problem, a skill problem, a time problem, an effort problem, your service alleviates that problem and in turn alleviates the pain points within your prospect, right? So this is what an agency is providing a service that solves a particular problem and provides a particular solution. With that solution, driving the prospect closer to whatever goal they have set for themselves or their business, right? This is literally what SMMA is, right? This is what a B2B company is. It's simply providing a service as a solution to a particular problem. Now, if you watch YouTube, right, or if you, I don't know, are flooded with ads or different business models on your For You page on Instagram or on YouTube, you probably, every single month, there's probably like a new model, right? You have an IPGA model, you have the growth partner model, you have the AI automations model, you have the Facebook ads model, which was one of the first SMMA models out there, Google ads, YouTube ads, TikTok ads, Pinterest ads, Twitter ads, Twitter DMs, so many different models, right, these days. And whenever you see this model pop up, the creator or the person that is preaching the model is trying to tell you that this is the best way to make money online these days, right? This is the best way, this is the only way, all the other ways suck, right? And the more you start consuming content of that particular creator, right, who's trying to push that sort of model or service towards you, the more FOMO you generate, right? The more grass is greener you generate, like within your head. So you start thinking, okay, maybe the service I'm providing now, like Facebook ads, it's not gonna really work out because this guy says this service is better, it's gonna make me more money, it's gonna make my clients happier and so forth, right? So you decide to jump ship, right? Once you jump ship, you're surrounded by content within sort of this particular service, right? And you start exploring the service a lot more. Then you realize it's not as good as it seems, right? It's just not as good as you thought it would be. You then think, okay, maybe there's something else out there for me. So you see another model or service. You should start offering AI automations instead. So you go ahead and jump onto that. Same thing happens. You move on, and you move on, right? Or you might think that, okay, I have this service now, right? And when I put that service in front of my prospects, right? Let's say this is your prospects, they don't seem to like it, right? So let's say you do Facebook ads, right? You say you do Facebook ads. So many agencies out there do Facebook ads these days. Facebook ads still work as a service. It's just a matter of how you position yourself, which is what I'm going to go over in today's video. But let's say you're pushing Facebook ads, whether you're, email outreaching to your prospects, you're running ads to your prospects, you're doing whatever to your prospects, right? And you say you can run Facebook ads for them. Now, those prospects saw Facebook ads as a service countless of times, right? They constantly have Facebook ad offers that are coming to them, right? No one is today, if I'm honest, no one's really being creative with what it is they actually do for the prospect, right? So everyone's saying, we'll run your Facebook ads, we'll get you a 4x ROAS, we'll get you so many leads, so many appointments, we'll get you 30, 90 qualified appointments, blah, 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 right? So they're getting attacked everywhere, right, as a prospect with Facebook ads. Then you realize, okay, Facebook ads doesn't work because my prospect is not interested because there's so many other agencies that are doing the same thing. So you then go on to this sort of cycle again, jumping services, right? The truth is, no service is better than the other, right? Your prospect is not going to like one service over the other, right? Because Facebook ads, Google ads, AI automations, community growth, whatever services are out there, they're all the same thing. They all provide a solution to a particular problem for your prospect, right? But the reason why the prospect doesn't like it is because they've been approached or even worked with countless of agencies that provided them with the service and did not end up getting them the results. So now they have a belief sitting in their head that Facebook ads just doesn't work, and any agency that approaches me with Facebook ads, I should run away from, right? And you can see how this starts to create the whole loop, right? It creates a whole loop. It's like it's like mental games that go on in your head about what you should actually do as a service for your agency, right? For your clients or prospects. And then you get nowhere because you keep jumping and switching your offers every couple months or every couple weeks. So yeah, this is why prospects are not attracted to offers like Facebook ads or whatever it is out there, is because they've seen that countless times. They hold up a sort of a preconception that Facebook ads doesn't work anymore. There's so many agencies that do Facebook ads. They're just not interested, right? They still have that problem, but they just don't see Facebook ads as a solution anymore, right? And that's understandable. Right? If I was a business owner waking up to 10 emails from agencies selling me Facebook ads, and then if I actually worked within Facebook ads agency and I never got results, every email I get from now on, I'm just gonna think, okay, that is probably not true, right? So let me actually walk you through a product development process, right? And I'm going to use Facebook ads as an example for this, funny enough, right? So how do we take this service that the prospect already has preconceptions about and beliefs about, that they just don't work and they have no interest in doing Facebook ads, and turn it into something that prospects truly want, right? That they're going to be begging for this service, right? To solve their problems. So how do we go about doing that? Well, first I want you to understand that products are simply iterations, right? The product you have now is going to be way different compared to the product you have in a couple of years' time, right? People who are able to constantly iterate on their product and improve it are the people that are going to never get left behind, right? No matter the industry, no matter the trend, if you're constantly able to adapt and iterate your product to fit whatever the market wants, then you're never going to get left behind. So when Facebook ads came, right, as an SMMA service, like a popular SMMA service, prospects didn't have any, beliefs about it. But as you go along, right, a lot of things happen within the market. By the end of it, if you're still offering Facebook ads, your prospects are just not going to like it, right? So you need to be constantly iterating. So you start off with Facebook ads, right? Let's say you start off with Facebook ads, and you constantly iterate it into something else that your prospects would actually want, right? So here's a happy prospect. So this is essentially how products and services work, right? You never end up offering one service, right? You might start with Facebook ads, but a couple of years time or a couple of months time, you're going to be offering a completely different thing, right? And that completely different thing is going to be several iterations based on market feedback of what people actually want from you. Like, what would they actually exchange their money for to receive? So how does this work in products or services, right? Let me just pull up my text. So Facebook ads, right? What does Facebook ads consist of? Ad copy, campaign management, reporting to your clients, right? That's it. That's like the basics of Facebook ads, right? Maybe ad creatives by your clients, meaning helping your clients create creatives, right? That's Facebook ads in this rawest form. Now, let's say you took this to the market's simply not interested because so many other agencies kind of offer the same thing. So you gotta iterate your product, right? So now you might offer Facebook ads plus creative filming, right? So again, it will involve an ad copy, campaign management, right? Reporting, ad creatives filmed by your creators, right? So the client doesn't have to do anything. So now this product is a bit different compared to your first iteration of the product. You then take it to the market and gather some feedback, right? Jumping on sales calls, creating offers, and reaching out to people by cold emails. And then let's say people are still not interested, or you think you can do better, right? So now you get your Facebook ads plus creatives plus funnels, right? So this is your service. Then you take it to the market again, or you take it to your clients, your current clients. You start offering it as a service by upselling them, and then you gather feedback, right? Then you can even take it a step further. So now you can offer Facebook ads plus creatives plus funnels plus appointments, right? So the only thing your client has to do is jump on these appointments and close deals, right? So So this could be this is literally your 4th iteration. The next iteration could be Facebook ads plus creatives plus funnels plus appointments plus closing deals for you, right? Now this becomes way more desirable than this, right? This becomes more desirable than this iteration of the product, right? So this is essentially how product development works. You start off with one thing, and as you gain experience and as you take that product to the market, you start iterating until you come up with your final product, which is Facebook ads, creatives, funnels, appointments, and closing deals done for you. A full stack service, right, that solves a particular problem of your client of not generating enough clients, right? So let's say this full stack service, solves a huge problem. No clients, right? And your clients can take up on the service with minimal effort. The only thing they have to do is invest budget into Facebook ads and your services. Everything else is going to be handled by you, right? So you see how now this is way different compared to a Facebook ad agency, right? Because now you're solving their biggest problem, right? There's a high likely chance that you will solve this problem as well because you're kind of taking over the whole sales process, and your clients are willing to pay you, right? They're willing to pay you because this service to them is like zero effort, zero time, right? Because you're going to do everything for them. They would rather exchange money for this full stack service so they can sit back and kind of watch the clients flood into their business, right? The only thing they have to do is just deliver the service to their clients, right? So now once you identify a final iteration of your product, you then basically just give it a name, right? So you could say full closing process system. Full closing process system, right? Without you having to film creatives, run ads, take appointments, cold leads, message leads, right? Sit back and watch the deals come in, right? Obviously frame it or position it or rewrite it in a better way than this, but you get an idea, right? So if I was a business owner now, right, and someone approached me, hey, listen, we have a full closing process system, right, that generates you clients on demand without you having to film your creatives, run any ads, take appointments, call the leads, message the leads. All you have to do is sit back and watch the deals come in, right? And to make it even stronger, we work on a pay per performance basis, right? Now this becomes a truly desirable service for the client, right? So now if you take this to the market and they have a shield up for all the Facebook ad agencies, right, that are coming in, you will pierce right through this barrier, right? Because it's a pattern interrupter. It's something different, right? And when people see something different, they build up curiosity, and when people build up curiosity, they take action to satisfy their curiosity, right? To close their brain loop, right? So there's open loops and then there's closed loops, right? So when you come up with something different, and this basically goes into everything these days, if you come up with a different offer, if you come up with a different email copy, if you come up with a different service, it's going to pierce right through that shield and go straight and live in their heads rent free. And they're going to think about you, and they're probably going to book that appointment with you, right? So essentially, this is how you take a boring service, Facebook ads, without jumping to another business model, without jumping services, without jumping niches. You can take a boring service as Facebook ads and essentially repackage it into something completely different and something way more valuable to the prospect, right? Because the more value, right, the more value you can provide to the prospect, the more they're gonna pay you for it, right? This is just a rule. The more value you can provide through your service, the more they're gonna pay for it, right? And one last thing, let me actually show you how to create value from scratch. So let's say we're doing Facebook ads, right, plus funnel, right, as our service. Now you got to think about, okay, what in my service would my prospects not want to do, right? They don't want to call it leads, right? They don't want to spend $5,000 on ads, right? They don't want to deal with window shoppers, right? They don't. Yeah, okay, let's just take this. So now to create value for your service, to increase your perceived value, you essentially say, okay, we will call the leads. We will spend a max of 2,500, right? And we will only bring qualified, ready to go buyers. Now you've created value for your service out of thin air, right? And now this is perceived as more valuable than this here, right? So once you basically come up with a service, and by the way, guys, right, this comes from experience, right? This all comes from experience, right? It took me a couple months to iterate my services until I got to the point where it seemed different and novel when I was pitching that service to my prospects on sales calls, right? On my pitches, I would not even mention Facebook. Like, I would mention Facebook ads, but I would not even make it my focal point of the pitch, right? My pitch was the marquee system, right? The marquee system is a combination of these things, right? This is the marquee system, and I'm selling the marquee system. I'm not selling Facebook ads as a service, right? And this made it more desirable for my clients to come in and work with me. So it takes experience. It takes experience in understanding your market, right? It takes experience in actually delivering the service, right? To see what it is you're actually capable of, right? And then developing and iterating your product even further, right? And this is essentially how you end up with a boring service. And after a couple iterations, you end up a leader in the market, right? With your product, right? And if your product is as good as this, right? If you can actually provide results and generate case studies, people are just going to come naturally to you, right? You will no longer have to go and chase people. People will just come to you, right? That's just the law. You know, the better the product, the product basically just does the marketing itself, right? So one last thing before we go, I want to touch on another subject. I had a couple of questions in the free community. If you guys want to join that, it's going to be a pinned comment, but it's basically pricing your services, right? How to effectively price your services. So as a beginner, right, if you guys are just starting out, do a performance deal until you can gather at least 3 to 4 case studies, to then which you can charge a monthly retainer, right? Because if you don't have case studies to show for that you can actually deliver this particular service and the outcome that the prospect wants, no one's gonna pay you a $2,500 retainer. It just might not happen, like low chance of happening. So in order to start the momentum and get it going, just close performance deals, right? Take a small $500 setup fee, right, to basically cover the expenses of getting started, and then just take on performance deals where you get paid for, let's say, every appointment that you bring to the client. Gather 3-4 case studies, right? Good solid case studies. Hop on interviews, record those interviews with your clients, take screenshots of all your case studies, and then you can take those case studies to leverage and start charging retainers for your services, right? So this is essentially how you should go about pricing, right? If you are just starting out. If you already have case studies, then you wanna, if you want to charge retainers, right? But if you're super confident in delivering your service, then performance deals are just gonna make you a lot more money, right? But if you want stability, then you can charge retainers, right? If you have already started out and you already work with a couple clients. So yeah, to close it off, all I want to say, don't fall for these different models, the growth partner model, the infrastructure, I think build out model is the most recent one I saw, AI automations model, right? Conversion rate optimization model. Like, just don't fall for these, right? Pick a service that you think you will enjoy the most, even if it's Facebook ads, and just go through the process that I showed you today in order to stand out and break the barriers of your prospects, right? So next time you see a new video of the, I don't even know what the next model name is going to be, like IGGA models, something like that. Just ignore it, right? It's going to create unnecessary FOMO. It's going to create unnecessary stress, anxiety within you. Just ignore it and continue working on your own thing. Continue developing your product, all right? So yeah, one more thing. If you guys want this, a bunch of doodles, join the free community. I've actually opened up a module within the free school community where I'm just going to be uploading all the assets that I'm going over in my YouTube videos. So if you want to gain access to this, make sure to join. It's going to be pinned, right, as a pinned comment below this video. And once you join, you should be able to see all the resources that I ever used on my YouTube videos. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment. And if you found value in this video, or if you watched any of my other videos and you found value, a subscribe will be maybe appreciated. So yeah, apart from that, I'll see you guys on the next one.